Morning guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you guys how to paint, and I've got a really good trick how to do it. Like, it's literally going to be a life changer and you guys are going to find it so easy. Now, just so you take my word for it and know that I actually am a good artist and you should actually listen to my advice, I'm going to show you paintings I did for David for his birthday. So I got this framed recently, so it's really heavy, but I painted this. Like, I literally painted it, and actually with one little paintbrush and one just to like fan out some areas. But the whole work is so detailed. I literally painted every little detail. I also painted this one. I did like a 3 series, like 3 in a row, and then different colors, like one black and white, one color and black and white. So it's like variety. This one's still got the framing stuff on from when I got it framed, so I did this one too. They're kind of like African themed because I'm from South Africa, so they're like a little bit of nudity because nudity is beautiful and very artsy and natural and warm, and I love it. So I did that with a combination of wild animals, simply because where I come from it's like wild and there are animals there. And the last one I did was this one. It's kind of like a further away shot, and the brush strokes are kind of thicker and it's not as detailed. This one definitely took me the quickest amount of time to paint. So that's the work I've done, and I'm going to show you how you guys can replicate that. Alright, first things first, you'll need a canvas. Blank, plain, white canvas. I have an easel. You don't need one at first when you're starting out. You can literally do it on a flat surface if it's small enough. You need some paints. These are the ones I'm going to be using today. They're just like this. And this is the cover. If you want to buy them, they're from Amazon and they're acrylic paints. Then you'll need a little thing to paint. Next one is very important, probably the most important thing you'll need, because without it, nothing will be to proportion, nothing will look realistic, it will all be freehand and it will be crap. You'll need a projector. Now, why you'll need a projector is because we are going to take a picture you want to paint and project it onto this. We're going to outline the entire thing, and that is going to set the literal outline and the proportions and everything perfectly that you're going to paint. So once you have the exact picture you're going to draw from the projection, so you're literally going to trace, it's going to be so easy. Once that's on, you're just copying colors and like shading, which if it's black here, you're going to do black and white and lighter, and that's all you're going to do. Next, you're going to need like any sort of pencil to like basically do the sketch. And then these are the brushes. So all I know is I didn't spend a fortune on paintbrushes. These are just them. I'm going to show you again because the lighting was like kind of dark. And these are the ones that I use a lot. So we got the little one, we got a little bigger one, we got the fan brush. There's something you can blend and it's just really nice and easy. And then the one just to apply big paint. You can use this thing too. I haven't used it, it just like came out. You can use that to scrape paint and put it on your little, I don't even know what this thing's called, I can't remember. But this thing. I'm pretty sure it was this exact paintbrush. I actually took a photo of it, it's somewhere in my phone, that I used to do that one whole painting of the girls with the elephants, the detailed one, just because literally every little piece of that entire painting was really fine detail, and it was a mission, but worthwhile because I have amazing paintings now. Anyway, let's get started. Okay, so you're gonna need a projector. I just have this little Fangor projector. It's Fangor, sorry, projector, and you're gonna need like kind of a dark room. So we're just gonna close the blinds, and then I'm gonna trace the image on here. I think I'm going to do a photo of my mom and dad because I want to paint them something. So I'm kind of choosing between some of the photos we took while we were in Greece. I have this one. I have this one of just like it's a yacht in the ocean. I have this one which is just of like a beautiful cliff type thing. And then I have this one of my mom and dad coming up the stairs, and there's a cruise ship in the background and they're like walking up the stairs. They're both there. I don't know if you can see. So I don't know which one to pick. I think I'm going to do this one of my mom and dad coming up the stairs, just so that they're both in the photo, in the painting I mean. And then also I'll do a scenic photo so I can kind of do it a bit quicker and not take so long with details, so I can kind of get like maybe finish even painting it in this vlog, which even if I don't finish it today, I'll put the end result in the end of this vlog. But yeah, we're gonna do this one. Okay, so I just closed the blinds. Now you can see the picture on my phone is now projected onto there. If I move the projector, it'll move. So I'm gonna put the canvas down and then start tracing. I couldn't find my pencil set, it just went missing. So I'm literally gonna use a pen. So honestly guys, if you don't even have a pencil, you can use a pen. Anything to get the image onto the paper. Okay. Whew. I usually do it on my easel, and it's usually a bigger painting, so it's a lot clearer. This one was not clear at all, just because it was so small and it can't focus that well when it's that small. When it's bigger, it's honestly just so much easier, and I do it in sections. But it's okay because we're going to do this one very like from far away, so I can do it quickly. But we got this, guys. Okay, so I know this doesn't even look like anything, but it's actually got my mom and dad, the space where the boats are, the space like where the mountains are. It's got the cliff, it's got the parallel lines for the walkway, it's got the other cliff. So it looks like what the crap, but I swear to God, I'm going to be able to paint this much easier. Alright, so I've got my original picture here next to me, and I've got my canvas. So I'm going to start. So it's looking like this right now. It's looking pretty good. This is what we want. I've noticed there's a lot of white and everything, so your white is probably going to finish really quickly. I usually have about like 3 backups. Anyway, let's get into the questions. So I have a whole bunch of questions from you guys that I need to answer, some of them at least. So we're going to start with that. Okay. I have the questions on my phone, and while I answer them, I'm also just like stretching because I took the chair away and I'm on the ground now and moved my easel down a bit. I want to stretch while I paint because I'm trying to stretch every day, like when I watch TV, just like during my day. And the reason for this is because I read a book by David Goggins called You Can't Hurt Me. And basically, he was an extreme athlete and dealt with tons of stress daily. And then one day he couldn't get out of bed. Doctors couldn't help him. He was on like 8 different medications, like pills he was taking every single day. And nothing was helping him. His body was shutting down and he was basically dying. Someone told him about stretching and he started doing it every day. When he started, he was so stiff he couldn't even touch his toes. So his muscles were like frozen meat. Like, think about frozen meat. You can't inject blood into it. It's stiff. So his blood couldn't flow. His body was just shutting down. Guys, eventually he started stretching and started stretching every day for 8 hours. And you won't even believe it, he got rid of all his medications. He became like literally a medical miracle. The doctors couldn't believe he was getting better. Through stretching, he healed himself, and at 42, he became a better athlete than what he was at 20 years old. Okay, I've got my leg out. I'm just gonna stretch and paint while I talk to you guys. Okay, so looking at this whole thing spiritually, stretching teaches us to soften our experience, grounds us to the earth, because you use the earth to stretch on. So using the earth helps us ground us to the earth, touching the earth, moving on the earth, that sort of thing. And it humbles us because we are connecting with our body, and we feel our body, and we become aware of it through each stretch. Breathing through each stretch and focusing our breath is important too. There are many books you can read about like breathing. This one book I read, it was called Breathe. There's also an audio book on it, or podcast, so you can listen to that too. It's so interesting, guys. Like some of the Eskimos in the snow, they can literally sit there and just through breathing, they can melt the ice around them. Like through breathing, like breathing is amazing. It can literally change your body. So breathing through your stretching, and stretching is just so good. So this book that I'm talking about is called Breath by James Nestor. And by the way, these Eskimos are naked. So like, it's not like they got clothes on. They melt the snow with their body just through their breath. But anyway, that's a whole different topic. Let's get back to stretching. So as soon as you start stretching, you grow. As you release, you allow the vitality of your soul to fill up those areas within your body. And that allows growth. And it also helps heal, it literally helps your body heal. It increases the blood flow, and that accelerates the healing process. So not only spiritually, but mentally too. So yeah, that's why I'm stretching it out while I paint, guys. While I paint, I'm stretching. Okay, let's get into these questions now. Enough about stretching, but seriously, you guys should stretch. It'll heal you. Okay, so how do you deal with a breakup? Okay, well, I don't think there's any right way to deal with a breakup. I think both parties get extremely hurt. And I think it's difficult for the boy and for the girl, or for the girl and the girl, or the boy and the boy. I think it's fine to just accept the pain. Give yourself time to heal. Let each emotion you feel pass through you. Accept it, acknowledge it, and then let it pass. And if you're sad, cry. You're allowed to be sad. Everyone is sad when they go through a breakup or something like that. But yeah, I do feel like negative emotions are poison in a way. We should let them pass through us rather than hang on to them. You'll be upset for a long time, don't get me wrong, but it is important to forgive that person afterwards. Forgive them for breaking your heart and whatnot. So forgiveness we do more for ourselves than for the other person. They say forgive them not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. They say not forgiving someone is like you drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. So yeah, I feel that certain emotions are just poisonous. They did this test in Switzerland. Once it snowed, they took a whole bunch of snow and they put it in little containers in this big room. And they put it under a microglass. And they looked at the ice. And then they went to some of the ice and they screamed horrible words at it, I hate you, shut up, you're stupid, horrible words at some of the snowflakes. And then they went to the other side of the room and they said really nice things to the snowflakes, you're beautiful, you're loved, you're special. And then they went to the microscopes and they looked at this ice, or the snow, and all the bad words that were said, the snowflakes were all gross and freaked out. And then the snowflakes that all the nice words were spoken to had the most beautiful shapes and formations. So that's just the thing, our body is made up of 90% water. Words affect us, thoughts affect us. It's always good to be positive, to say good things to yourself, that sort of thing. So yeah, I feel like hanging on to anger or negative emotion does poison us and makes our inner snowflake all jumbled and crumbled and not in a beautiful shape, and that in turn makes us unhappy and sad. And happiness is just something we all want, and we can get happiness by being positive and saying good things to ourselves. Like anger, for an example, it's such a poisonous emotion that feeling it like so intensely and so often is like really bad for your health. Like scientifically, it's bad for your health. It highes your blood pressure, it causes heart disease, like all sorts of things. Like even fear is a very negative emotion, and I feel like when someone hides behind a door and you walk past and they go boo and they scare you, then they install that fear in you. Like, I think that's evil. I don't think you should intentionally install fear into someone, even if it's as a joke and it's quick. You've made them get a fright, you've made them feel that emotion, this yucky emotion that you shouldn't have installed in them just as like a joke so you can laugh, because it's not funny. It's not a joke. It's not funny to install negative emotions on someone. It's not funny to be mean to people. It's not funny. Like, always treat others how you would like to be treated. I'm getting just distracted from this painting, and we're talking about breakups, so going back to that. Okay, so even though these emotions are really bad and whatnot, I feel like breakups have to happen in life. Like, some people actually never go through a breakup, so lucky you guys. But most of us, like, we have to try find our person, and sometimes you find someone you think is good for you and they're just not, and it is important to let that person go. Obviously it hurts like hell having someone you spent years with and all your time with just not make it to your future and say goodbye. It really does hurt. But then again, it's very important for you to forgive them, yourself, everything. Learn, guys. Learn from past relationships. Look at yourself. Like, see what you did wrong. Like, a lot of times we are like mirrors. So our relationship we have with someone is like a mirror. And often everything you say to them and whatnot is just reflecting in on your own insecurities. Sometimes we'll get so mad at them and yell at them and whatnot. Meanwhile, it's just a reflection of our own inner struggles and whatnot, reflecting out on a blank canvas. So a lot of the time, everything you put out is just a reflection of what's within. So that's why it's important to look at yourself once a relationship ends. Once the heartbreak is like subsided a little bit, because you don't want to be too hard on yourself. But try learn and grow from every single relationship you have. Learn from it. Think how you can be a better person, how you could be better in a relationship, how you can listen to the other person more. And yeah, relationships are all just learning curves. And you know what? In a year or even quicker, you might look back and be like, thank God that relationship ended, because I'm really happy I'm not with that person anymore. Hi guys. So this is it so far. It's fine if yours is also really rough. I've left the outline of where we're going to do the detail, but we're just doing the sky. So light blue, blended, lots of white in here, a little bit of blue, and then the dark blue for the Greek feel. Alright, I'm going to take a quick break, even though my paint is drying, and I just want to answer the next question with my full attention. So, okay, the next question is, you always seem so happy. How are you so happy? Is it because of your lifestyle? So absolutely not. Before I lived in a nice house and drove a nice car, I used to travel around the world and backpack everywhere, and before that I used to study architecture. Let me tell you, I was just as happy doing those things. I was happy literally sleeping in a hammock on the beach, on top of a mountain, like the beach and then the mountain, like with the ocean crashing into it. I was just as happy there as I am now. I don't feel like things make you happy, and I think that's why people get so confused. They think they want this car, they want this house, and it's going to make them happy, but in reality you have to find happiness within, because once you get that car and that house, you're just going to be an unhappy person with a nice car and a nice house. So how I find happiness within, like, firstly, I'm just like a really like naturally happy person, and I think this is why. So I really enjoy the little things in life, like stopping and smelling the roses, appreciating nature and God's creations, like if there is a God or the universe or Earth's beings, like little butterflies and spiders and just all the little creatures around us. Try to be more grounded and do yoga and connect with the earth. Don't care about what people say so much. Life is so short and we're all gonna die anyway. Like people always like, what's the point to life? Like honestly, we're all alive, then we all die. And in between, whether you're a billionaire, whether you're a homeless person, whether you do anything, nothing matters. Everything in life is pointless because we're all gonna die anyway. But it's very important you do all those things anyway. This painting, for an example, in this video I'm making, everything I'm saying, I'm just gonna die and so are you. Like, what's the point of all this? But the thing is, that's what you have to try to find. You have to find the meaning of things. You have to appreciate the little things. And once you start appreciating the little things, you find meaning. Waking up, making your bed, like on your way to work, stopping in the garden and just like breathing in the fresh air, like stopping and smelling the roses, like just the little things. You appreciate those little things and you find meaning, you find purpose. And finding a purpose in this big old crazy world, whether it's just looking after God's creatures or looking after your plants, growing a plant, watering it, buying seeds, like potting it, watching it grow, taking care of it, buying good food, cooking good food. It's honestly the little things. So yeah, start trying to care about the little things and notice the little things. Don't squish that harmless little spider, let it go outside. Stop and breathe in the fresh air after it's rained. When it is raining, go sit and open a door and watch the rain. Smell it, enjoy those things, enjoy your senses, enjoy the sun on your skin. And yeah, I think through all these little things, that's how you find meaning. You care about things more, and when you care about things more, you somehow just find a purpose. Whether it's as small as just owning a dog and looking after that dog, or whether it's as big as owning a huge hospital and being responsible for all those people. There is no, say, real purpose in life. We find our own purposes and ultimately we path the way to our own destinies. And then we die and it's all over, so who cares? No, just kidding. Next question. How do you keep your skin and hair so healthy? So honestly, I have hair extensions. My hair is not healthy. I dyed it blonde and I destroyed it, and now I have hair extensions. I am trying though. I've got these little buns. They look like this. I don't know if you can see that. And they're expensive, but they save your hair. So I'm using those, and then I'm also using all organic hair washes. Like I use one called, hang on. Okay, so I use this one called Aussie, and I just wanted to tell you guys what ingredients are in it. So it has cocoa butter and Australian macadamia nut oil, and it's called Aussie, so that's really healthy. And I just want to use good natural things. When I shower, I'll use like shea butter or like coconut milk scrub and Dead Sea salt scrub with like coconut oils in it. And then the cream I use when I get out the shower is just like coconut cream, like a coconut body butter type of thing with, or like a shea butter. And I really like all the ingredients from the Tree Hut. I think I've showed you guys some of the nice things I use from the Tree Hut in one of my past vlogs. When I travel, I take mini-sized travel creams and whatnot, and they're not healthy, I don't think, and good for you. They're like Bum Cream Collection. But I just think for majority of the time, using good natural organic paraffin free, no formaldehydes, sulfate free, all natural coconut oils, macadamia nut seed oils, fruit enzymes, aloe, vitamin C extracts, all the good natural things. I think that's really like important, just because like we don't want all those harmful ingredients in our skin. Like there was this massage therapist who used to like obviously massage people every day, and when she got pregnant she actually had a miscarriage because all the bad creams she was using every day absorbed into her skin. Like, guys, everything you put on absorbs into your skin. Like, you take that all in. If you use unhealthy products, like, your body is absorbing everything, and it's like toxic a lot of the time. So coconut oils, coconut, my hair gets really like greasy here just because of all the coconut oils I use on my face and whatnot. So yeah, honestly, just like, my skin is actually not even very good. Like, it breaks out all the time. But I think just for your internal being and just to be a healthier person in general, like, just use healthy things, and that's what I do. But thanks for saying my hair and skin looks really good. Oh, I did want to tell you guys about this one product that I found. It's called Ancient Greek Remedy, and you can just buy it on Amazon. Like, I use normal skin products for my face, like the retinols and the vitamin C things and the anti-aging products, but then I also sometimes don't use any of that, and I just use, so this is organic anti-aging facial and body butter. I just use it on my face for dry skin and whatever. It's made from almonds, olives, jojoba, vitamin E, lavender oil. It's like, oh, it's so good. It's like an ancient Greek remedy, and it's, well, that's how it's advertised, and I just love all the goodness that they put in there. So yeah. Okay guys, I think we should get back to this. And also, like I'm so freaking ADD. Where's my paintbrush gone? Oh my god. I found it. Okay, so we need to get back to that. I'm pretty sure our paints are like drying, so I'm gonna pull up that photo again, and then I just kind of want to keep the camera here so you guys can watch me do like the detail of the ship. I think actually I'm going to do the mountain on that ledge first. So again, just keep your painting there. I hope you guys like can see this clearly. I hope it's not blurry. Hang on. A painting is the expression of the heart and soul. It transmits cultural messages and the mysteries of the universe. It is born out of the desire of the artist to represent the forms of nature and man through the spirit of the artist as he perceives the world. Mental health-related evidence suggests that painting also alleviates anxiety, depression, and stress. Painting can also make you feel happier and just better in general. So basically, art in any form, whether while creating or observing, produces the stress hormone called cortisol, and it releases the feeling of good hormones called endorphins, which help you combat stress and even pain. She is the most precious soul in the whole entire world. Like, guys, I got really, really lucky with this one. Oh, it's your baby. She's a beautiful, beautiful animal and creature. She's the most gentle soul in the entire world. Well, no, all of these animals are just gorgeous, but it's just because she's my baby. I love her extra much. She's such a good girl. I was yelling at her to get out because I was painting, and now she's like just forced herself in here. Hey, yes. I love you, Bobby. I love you. Look at her hand on my arm, like it's like giving me that extra love. It's so cute. She's so cute. She's so cute. This is all I managed to get done so far, but it is looking really good, guys. I will show you the end result in a sec. I really hope you enjoyed this vlog. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, comments if you want to know anything, and please don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye. you.